If you're manually configuring route tables every time your network changes, you're wasting hours of your life and probably breaking things in production. I just helped a team eliminate 47 static routes and cut their deployment time from 2 hours to 2 minutes.
Okay, that sounds dramatic, but also very specific. What's the magic solution here?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Network Ninja Cloudcast. I'm your host, and today we're diving into Azure Route Server with my co-host who's been struggling with exactly this problem.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I've been manually updating route tables for our firewall setup, and it's honestly becoming a nightmare. Every time we add a new spoke network, I'm in there clicking around for an hour.
Perfect timing then, because Azure Route Server is going to change your life. Let me paint the picture of why this matters. You've got a network virtual appliance, maybe a Palo Alto firewall or a Cisco CSR, sitting in your hub virtual network. You want all traffic to flow through it for inspection.
Right. So I create user-defined routes pointing to the NVA's private IP address. What's wrong with that approach?
Nothing's wrong with it for small deployments. But here's where it falls apart. You add a new SpokeNet with address space 10.50.0.0 out of 16. Now you need to update route tables in every other spoke to include that new range. You peer with an on-premises network via ExpressRoute, and suddenly you've got 200 routes from your data center that need to propagate. Static routes don't scale.
So Azure Route Server is like an automatic route distributor?
Exactly. Think of it like a postal sorting facility. Before Route Server, you were hand-delivering every letter yourself, deciding which mailbox gets which letter. Route Server is the automated sorting machine that reads the addresses and routes everything correctly without you touching each piece.
But how does it actually know where to send traffic?
This is where BGP comes in, Border Gateway Protocol, defined in RFC 4271. Your NVA speaks BGP to Azure Route Server. Route Server has two instances for high availability, each with its own IP address in your subnet. Your NVA establishes BGP peering sessions to both instances using ASN 65515, which is Route Server's fixed autonomous system number.
Wait, so my firewall literally tells Azure, hey, send traffic for these networks through me?
Precisely. Your NVA advertises routes via BGP saying I can reach 0.0.0.0 out of 0 or specific prefixes. Route Server receives those advertisements and automatically programs them into the virtual network's effective routes. No clicking through the portal. No ARM templates for route tables.
That handles NVA to vnet. But what about when I have an express route gateway too? My on-premises networks need to know about my Azure spoke networks.
This is where Route Server becomes incredibly powerful. When you enable branch-to-branch on Route Server, it acts as a route reflector between your NVA and your Express Route or VPN gateway. Your Express Route gateway learns routes from on-premises via BGP with your edge routers. Route Server takes those routes and reflects them to your NVA. Your NVA can then make routing decisions, maybe sending some traffic direct and some through inspection.
So Route Server is sitting in the middle, translating between the gateway's BGP session and the NVA's BGP session?
Exactly right. And here's the critical detail. Route Server doesn't forward any data traffic. 0 packets flow through it. It's purely a control plane service exchanging routing information. Your actual traffic still flows directly between the NVA and the gateway.
Oh, that's important. So it's not a bottleneck for throughput.
Correct. Now let me show you the common mistakes I see. First, people forget that Route Server requires a dedicated subnet named Route Server Subnet with at least a /27 prefix. You can't put it in your gateway subnet or Azure Firewall subnet.
What's the second mistake?
ASN conflicts. Your NVA cannot use ASN 65515 because that's reserved for Route Server. It also can't use 65520 through 65534, which Azure reserves. And if you're peering with on-premises, make sure your NVA's ASN doesn't conflict with your on-premises routers.
Let me make sure I've got this straight. Route Server is a managed BGP speaker that sits in my hub-vnet. My NVA peers with it using BGP, advertises routes, and Route Server programs those into the vnet's routing. If I enable branch-to-branch, it also exchanges routes between my NVA and my Express Route or VPN gateway.
Perfect summary. And here's my pro tip. When you're troubleshooting, use the Get Advertised Routes and Get Learned Routes APIs on Route Server. They show you exactly what routes are being exchanged, which is way faster than digging through NVA logs.
This is going to save me so much time. No more manually updating 15 route tables when we add a new spoke.
That's it for today's episode. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
And share this with anyone who's drowning in static route configurations.
Thanks for watching the Network Ninja Cloudcast. See you in the next one.